Neko Nation, a completely unserious, absolutely unhinged history of Japan's lifelong ride-or-die relationship with cats. In the beginning, there was chaos, and then there was cat. Scholars agree, and by scholars I mean vibes-based historians on the internet, that cats arrived in Japan around the 6th century. Officially, they were brought over from China and Korea, mostly as elite, high-tier, VIP-only companions to Buddhist monks and aristocrats. These cats were not piss-piss-piss street gremlins. These were holy cats. Their main job was to protect sacred scrolls from rats, which is honestly a W career path. Imagine being a monk, copying sutras by candlelight, and your co-worker is a fuzzy little dude who commits rodent war crimes on your behalf. Peak workplace synergy. The cats at this time were basically limited edition NFTs. You couldn't just get one. They were status symbols. If you had a cat, you were either spiritually elite, politically powerful, or absolutely dripping in courtly riz. Court nobles would write poems about their cats. Actual poetry, not "my cat ate my charger," but like, "the moon reflects in the eyes of my noble feline as it judges my entire bloodline." Real dramatic, real extra. Ancient Japanese Twitter energy. By the Heian period, cats weren't just pets, they were the moment. Aristocrats kept them on silk leashes. Yes, leashes. Not because the cat would run away, but because the human needed to be seen walking a cat. This was less pet ownership and more fashion week, but your accessory is alive and judging you. There are diary entries from noble women describing their cats in better detail than their husbands. Fur texture, eye shape, the way the cat sat, the way the cat didn't sit, the way the cat looked at them like, "You are a temporary phenomenon." One noblewoman basically wrote, "My cat disappeared and my soul left my body," which is, spiritually, the first recorded instance of, "Bro, I'm not okay." Cats became symbols of elegance, mystery, and slightly unhinged vibes, which, honestly, hasn't changed. At some point, Japan looked at cats and said, what if this thing is also a cryptid? Enter the Bakaneko and Nekomata. These are mythical cats that, after living long enough, basically unlock their final evolution and become supernatural entities. Bakaneko can walk on 2 legs, can talk, can possess humans, can start fires, can ruin your entire household vibe. Nekomata has a split tail, is older, stronger, and more OP, probably running a shadow government. The message was clear: cats are cute, but also don't get too comfortable, champ. This is where Japan really locked in the duality of cat culture. On one hand, soft baby. On the other hand, ancient demon running psychological warfare in your living room, which is honestly just a regular Tuesday with a cat. During the Edo period, cats went mainstream. No longer just elite loot. Regular people had cats. Streets were full of them. Rice stores loved them. Rat population took an L. This is also when cats became a merchandising empire. Woodblock prints of cats. Stories about cats. Talismans shaped like cats. And then, the goat entered the chat. The Maneki Neko. The beckoning cat. The little statue with the raised paw that says, "Come in, bestie, spend money." Legend says a cat saved a lord from getting struck by lightning by beckoning him into a temple. The lord became a patron. The temple became famous. The cat became capitalism coded. To this day, if you walk into a Japanese shop and don't see a Maneki Neko, it feels like the store is running on negative luck, like spiritually underfunded. This is also when cats became meme material. Artists would draw them doing human stuff, gambling, drinking, fighting, being little guys with big opinions. Early brain rot, prehistoric shitposting. Then, Japan modernizes. Trains, factories, Western clothes, entering the global meta. Cats? Still here, still thriving. Now they're in newspapers, children's books, advertisements. They become symbols of nostalgia, of old Japan, of cozy vibes in a rapidly industrializing world. Basically, while society is like, we must become a global power, cats are like, I will now sleep in this sunbeam for 6 hours. And Japan respected that. Fast forward to the late 20th and early 21st century. Japan gets the internet. The internet gets Japan's cats. This is where things go absolutely feral. Enter Hello Kitty, a cat who is not legally a cat. She is a little girl. Sanrio law gets weird for no reason. Cat cafes. Because apartments are small, landlords are haters, and people still need to pet something soft, or they will emotionally collapse. Station master cats. Actual cats running train stations, with little hats. Running infrastructure. Employed. On payroll. No degree. Japan basically said, what if cats were also civil servants? And the world said, yeah, okay, I'm moving here. There are literal islands in Japan where cats outnumber humans. Aoshima, Tashirojima, places where the ratio is like 6 cats per one guy named Hiro who just wanted a quiet fishing life and now lives in a feline monarchy. Tourists show up. Cats do not care. This is the purest form of cultural export. Not anime, not sushi, not cars. Just cats sitting on docks like they own the ocean. Modern Japanese cat culture is a full-blown cinematic universe. You have VTubers with cat ears, cat mascots for police departments, cat-themed trains, cat-shaped bread, cat gachapon machines. Society is stressed. The economy is complex. The world is on fire. But look, cat in a hat. Dopamine restored. From a socio-cultural perspective, Japan's fascination with cats maps onto 3 deep psychological frameworks. Ma, the concept of space and pause. Cats embody stillness, silence, and presence. They are living meditation objects. Mono no aware, the bittersweet beauty of impermanence. Cats age, cats leave, cats do not care. This resonates with Japan's historical sensitivity to transience. Liminality. Cats exist between wild and domestic, spiritual and mundane. They are threshold creatures. Folklore didn't make them supernatural by accident. They already felt like they were halfway there. Or, in simpler terms, cat mysterious, brain-like mystery, brain-like cat. The world now associates Japan with cats, the way Rome is associated with roads. Anime cats, merch cats, meme cats. Japanese cat aesthetics are everywhere. Even people who've never been to Japan know what a maneki neko is. That's cultural soft power, baby. This isn't propaganda, this is pawpaganda. Japan did not choose the cat chose Japan. And Japan said, bet. In a world of empires, wars, economic bubbles, and technological revolutions, one constant remains. A small, fuzzy creature, sitting wherever it wants, licking its paw, completely unbothered by the weight of history. And honestly, that's kind of the hardest life philosophy of all time.